Ooh, child. You know what? We're gonna be all right. We're not gonna let this even have a problem. Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing tonight? Let everyone know that I'm live and in living color, and I have some things to discuss tonight. Let me tell you all something. Something happened today, and I know y'all are like, Lisa, what in the world went on today that really got you going today again? So I'm going to show, let me see if I can show this here. I'm just going to put this up and I'm going to let y'all see this real quick. I know this is the thumbnail, but I want y'all to see this here. Okay. What had happened today was it came to my attention that it seems that there is a church in, let me share this, Chrome tab, that's what I want, that there is a church in Atlanta, Georgia. It is the New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. The New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Atlanta. They are, now you can't see all of this here, guys, but they are putting out drive-through testing and drive-through assessments. What you can't see here is that they are charging people $25 for the assessments and $125 for the tests. These are, by the way, the same tests that you can get for free. Hey, sis, how you doing, honey? Let me put this in here. Sis, if you care to join in on this conversation, I'm allowing people to join in on the conversation here. This is StreamYard. Y'all can come on here and be with me on the StreamYard. We can have the conversations together. Let me tell y'all something. This chat my hide. Now, you all may or may not know that I went on live on Saturday night after some wonderful Christians were besmirching my good name and saying all manners of stuff. Y'all share this with y'all people because I done about had it. I have more than about had it. I done had it. I am really tired right now of the church or people doing things in the church's name. Okay? People doing things in the church's name. Why are you out here charging $25 to have somebody come through and pay you the money and then charging them $125 for a test? That's free. So there's two ways about this, guys. I'm in the healthcare industry. Those of you that do not know. Okay, I'm in the health insurance industry. So all of this here can be charged back to, thank you. Hold on one second. We getting the word out. All of this can be charged back to the insurance company. Okay, so let me put that this way. And hello, everybody joining. I didn't mean to go ham and go in just that fast, but yeah, I went there. All of this could be charged back to the insurance companies. Okay, you're right, because they're not getting their tithes and offerings. So instead of doing what other churches have done so that they could get their offerings and their tithes, instead of doing what other churches have done so they can get their offerings and their tithes, aka put up a what do you call that? A Cash App, a PayPal. Put the donate sign right there on your website. You got a real nice website. Go to New Life Missionary Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia. The Honorable Jamal Bryant Pastor. Now, I'm not talking about nobody's anointed before anybody just wants to go off like that, because I know somebody will. But right is right and wrong is wrong. Put your Cash App up there. Okay? How about that? How about that? How about you put a PayPal link up there? How about you do something of that nature? How about you come in and say, we will give you the assessment and we will give you the test if it's necessary. And we'll take care of charging your insurance company or charging Medicaid or charging Medicare, because all of them are paying for this test and or the assessment. You can now go, I'm in the insurance industry. Y'all can't tell me any different. I'm in the insurance industry. Y'all want to join the conversation? There's the link. You can charge it back, people. You could charge it back. Let me, hold on one second. I got an echo. Okay. This is ridiculous. This is not Christ-like. Right? This is not Christ-like. This is more like the den of thieves. I'm sorry, y'all. I put on something cute, y'all, and now y'all just... I don't want to be talking about church folk, and y'all be like, look at that heathen woman showing all of what she got. So let me button that button up so I don't distract nobody. Do you see what I'm saying? This is like den of thieves stuff. This is like when Jesus turned over the tables in the temple, because the priests and the Sadducees and the Pharisees was overcharging. Don't have a Janet Jackson moment? Child, they kicked me off YouTube then. Y'all gonna be all right. I would go and find a scarf, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Anyway, let's get back to the get back. I have had it when we have all of these people out here hollering about the good Christians and hollering about, this is the end of the world, and hollering about, this is God's judgment and all of this stuff. And here we are. First of all that judgment. Can we just talk about how judgy Christianity is at its base level? And I'm not trying. And again, if Christianity gives you solace and gives you peace, I am fine with it. I am talking about the institution of the church. That's what we're talking about right now. The institution of the church. The religiousness. And Christianity is not the only one. But these people here, they got a special place. Theirs is a special spot. A special spot. You're out here charging. You're out here capitalizing on fear. Now, is it smart to go get tested? Sure, if you have symptoms. So is it smart to get assessed? Absolutely. If you're having symptoms or you think you may be having symptoms, it is absolutely smart to get assessed and get tested. I am not denying that whatsoever. What chaps my hide is that you are out here charging $125 for a test or $25 for an assessment that you could call the hospital and have a nurse talk to you and talk you through the assessment for free. You're already paying for the phone. This is my problem. This is my problem with Christianity as we know it, with the church as we know it, as a business. This is my problem with the church as a business. This is my problem with churches that continually run under scandal. It's a well-documented, for y'all that may or may not know, it is well-documented that New Birth Missionary Baptist Church down in Atlanta, Georgia, that was Pastor Eddie Long's church. Look Pastor Eddie Long up if you don't know about that whole thing. It is well documented that the current pastor, Pastor Jamal Bryant, no, you can let them talk. Y'all can let them be. As long as they're not saying anything overly rude, I want them to be here. Tonight, I got time. I got time. It is well documented that this particular pastor here has had multiple extramarital affairs that resulted in divorce. The business of the church. I understand the lights have to stay on. I am an ordained minister. So before anybody gets their panties in a bunch, I am an ordained minister. I traveled this country. Okay? I am an ordained minister in the office of the prophet. I traveled this country. I ministered to, spoke to, helped to heal, right? Was the conduit for God, for Jesus, for the Holy Ghost for many years. But what we not finna do is we not finna sit here and take advantage of the very people, the very sheep you're supposed to be pastoring. We're not going to take advantage of the very people that you're supposed to be helping. What we not finna do is sit here and allow that to happen, right? Under the guise of the church. There's always a physical third dimensional side to everything. The third dimension has to be taken care of. But the minute you're out here charging, mischarging, what have you, the minute you're out here doing that, overcharging, how do we know that they're not charging the people for the assessment and then for the test, and then back charging the government for the same test? How do we know that? Because if I'm looking at you and you're supposed to be a minister, and ministers are human too, honey, trust and believe they are. Ministers are human too. I am living proof of that. But you're supposed to be out here being a minister, and we got wild allegations about one of y'all messing with children, young men, and young adult men. And then we got the current one running around here supposedly married and having extramarital affairs. How is anybody even going to this church still? Okay, so we forgive them. Okay, all right. I'm all about forgiveness. I'm all about it. I'm all about forgiveness. But until you get yourself right, maybe you shouldn't be standing behind a pulpit. Maybe they want to be seen from a public's perspective as they contribute to the solution. You know what? At least that might help them sleep better. You're probably right. You're probably right. I'm sure they're sleeping great. I'm sure that I'm sure that at first what was being put out here, or what the thought was, maybe somebody in the church said, hey, you know what? We have nurses, we have doctors, medical professionals that attend this church. They could administer the assessments and they could administer the tests. Then why don't you just put out there that we're administering the assessments, we're administering the tests? And I'm not denying it, Ryu. I'm just saying, like from a perspective as someone who has been in the ministry, from that perspective, someone who honestly cares about people and who honestly cares about people's spiritual growth and honestly cares about people's emotional growth, emotional health, their physical well-being, then I'm just going to simply put drive through. Because then I'm going to figure out on the back end as a minister, I'm going to figure out on the back end as a pastor, I'm going to figure out on the back end, right, how I'm going to be able to recoup whatever cost there may be from the health insurance agencies and from the health insurance companies. The public don't need to know that. You don't need to put out here to the public, I'm charging $25 for this and $125 for that. That is absolutely disgusting. And I'm just going to call a spade a spade. That is absolutely disgusting. Am I being in judgment? No, I'm not. You know why I'm not being in judgment? Because you are out here charging for something that is free. You are out here charging for something that you know full well you would be better off telling your people how to take advantage of the no copay doctor's visits and the no copay test. I'm pretty sure they got the tests. It's a very large church down in Atlanta. Very large church, very well off, lots of money, lots of professionals, all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure they would have healthcare professionals there, maybe even some hospital administrators that go to that church. I mean, that is a well-off, well-established, high-powered church. And I should have titled this whole video, New Birth. I might just go out here right now while we're talking and change it. We really want to get the conversation going. Let's get the conversation going. Because somebody needs to explain to me how in the world you're going to do something like this. Somebody really needs to explain this to me. How in the world this is right. Making money off God's people. Making money off God's people. This is right. Capitalizing on an illness. Oh yeah, we got it now. We changing this. Here we go. Let's see how many more people we get now. I want somebody to explain this to me. I want somebody to explain it. Hey, Lauren. When fear clouds the mind, logic and reason do go out the window. It sure does. My main thing, and I'm going to tell you something. I don't know how many of y'all been to church. And I hate to say that it's a lot of our churches. Okay. I'm sure this goes on because I'm going to, other ethnicities churches. But a lot of times, we have now those of y'all that grew up Baptist or maybe Church of God in Christ, and maybe I don't know if the apostolics do this or not. Y'all can help me with this. Every year we have church anniversary, pastor's anniversary, choir anniversary, women's day, men's day. Let me see, children's day. We'll have the usher board anniversary. We'll have the deacon board anniversary. All throughout the year. Now, pastor's anniversary. Now, I'm not going to name no names right now, but when I was in Chicago, our little group of churches that was in that the little suburb area I was at, When I was in Chicago, honey, it was a competition to see which congregation was going to give their pastor the largest gift of the year. So if we heard such and such a church down the street gave their pastor, let's say, I don't know, a Cadillac, then we would find out what that Cadillac, I'll say we loosely, would find out what model that Cadillac was. And I bet you 10-1, our pastor had that most tricked out leather seats, heated seats, sunroof Cadillac. And in some funky, flashy color. We would have building funds, child, and didn't know but nothing get built. You see what I'm saying? Did nothing get built. You was always, if you was a part of the choir, a part of the nurses board, a part of the ushers board, a part of the deacon board, you had dues you had to pay to be a part of each of them. And don't go 2-3 weeks in choir practice and not have paid your dues, honey. You was getting called out in front of everybody. You could have been going through a hard time. You could have lost your job. Anything could have happened. Somebody got sick in the house. Anything could have happened. But you best to pay them dues every week when you came to choir rehearsal. Now, I'm not the only one in this room that's going to watch this later that knows what I'm talking about. So if you know what I'm talking about, you're going to leave me a comment down below when you're watching the replay. This is ridiculous. So this, to me, is yet one more money-making opportunity. There's no way, to me, the altruistic nature of what this was, the service to the community, was far and away overshadowed by the fact that you put price tags up there. And most of the people aren't going to know. I mean, you're hearing the news, but a lot of times you don't really hear the news. So most people aren't really going to understand that your insurance companies, your Medicaid, your Medicare, the insurance companies, I work for one, we're paying for this. Between us and the U.S. government and state governments, but the U.S. government is helping to fund Medicaid. Let me help y'all understand that. Yes, Medicaid is funded primarily by the states. Okay, that's why there's different Medicaid rules and regulations in each different state. However, there is federal money that's given to each state to help fund Medicaid. Medicare is wholly, totally funded by the federal government. And then we have our private health care that some of us have, depending upon where we work and all that. Or if you're on Obamacare or what have you. All carriers have agreed to waive all copays for assessments and for testing. Why are you charging? Why are you charging? Yes, in Chicago, there's a crap ton of people that need help with basic necessities. See, this is my problem. This, to me, should be a basic necessity. If you feel that you have the virus, and we're not debating whether or not that's a thing or not. I'm not debating that here right now. That's not up for this debate on this channel at this moment in time. Okay. I'm trying to get in touch with, I don't know where. However, why are you charging? Are you going to charge the people and then charge the insurance companies? Are you going to charge, you saying you're charging and then you're going to charge the insurance companies anyway and not charge the people? This is a money grab. I don't care how you frame it. And when are we going to wake up to see that the religious minds, the religious people of the day are the ones grabbing the money? I'm going to show you all something because, on this channel, we do talk about the astrology as well. We do talk about the astrology as well. I'm going to show you guys something that's going on right now. Let me see what today's astrology looks like, and then we could talk about what tomorrow's astrology is going to look like. Let me just show this to you all real quick, right quick, fast, and in a hurry. Hang tight, hang tight. It's a good thing that I know technology very well, and I can go on and get this done and show you exactly what, because I can show you better than I can tell you. It's not going to be a perfect screen. Copy. But we're going to show you the astrology here. Paste. Crop. Make it bigger. Let me show you guys something. I'm sure you're interested in this because I should have known this kind of monkey mess was going to happen anyway. Let me show y'all. Share this screen. Let me share the application. Here we go. All right. This is today's astrological chart, but there's a lot that's happening already. Okay? There's a lot that's happening already that all of us, I'm not actually shocked that this happened. You have Jupiter conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. Jupiter conjunct Pluto in Capricorn is allowing us to see, allowing us to do a few things. It's allowing us to see underlying motivations. What's done in the dark now is about to be blown up into the light. Why is that as well? Because it is quincunxing Venus in Gemini. What people truly love, what they truly value, they're acting on it now. They're beginning to act on it. You're seeing people's true values. You're probably understanding some more of your true values in and of itself. Also sextiling Mercury and Neptune are just beginning to separate. So all of this hidden in Pisces in that 12th house energy, all the hidden stuff, all the hidden motivations, all of the hidden thoughts, all of the hidden dreams, all of the hidden aspirations, it's coming out. Mars and Neptune are finally Saturn are finally separating in Aquarius. This also is group health, right? So as Mars was approaching Saturn in Aquarius, health got way worse, right? And we're still seeing the effects. We're in the shadow period of that. We're not quite out of the woods of global health being affected. But also what's happening, because we have Saturn in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus. You guys, we've been talking about this and talking about this. This is a shaking up and a changing of every last structure that has held sway over the group. That can be religious, that can be government, that can be personal. Our ideologies are changing. We're seeing things. This helps us to see what is really, really, really going to assist us. Where have we been led astray? We're seeing that now in spades. We're seeing where people are leading us astray in spades. It's becoming extremely apparent. Without a doubt. Now, some people are probably having some kind of like crazy thought processes about it. But this is the astrology of where we're going. And we're going to talk about this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction here this weekend, because it comes like dead on to the degree conjunct on Saturday, the 4th of April. And this is going to move into an even deeper quincux. And that quincux is that kind of confusion and challenge. So you expect that we're going to see some things happen, in a way that we're going to be questioning it, like, what in the world? Why in the world is this going on? What's happening? I didn't know that's how they really thought. I didn't know that's really what they wanted. I didn't know that's what they were really thinking at the back end. I didn't know that was their true motivation. Greed as well. You know, Venus controls like love, money, the love of money. So somebody got a brainiac freaking idea today that it was a good idea to go and charge people for this. A brainiac idea. What is wrong with the church? What is wrong with y'all? I have to call it out. Maybe I'm the only one that's upset about it. I should be this upset about it. Because it makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick. The amount of money people in religious leadership will milk their congregations over. And then they have the audacity to call people like me cult leaders. Okay. I guess I'll be your cult leader. Anyway, if you all have any thoughts about this situation or any thoughts about any of the other, like, you know, religious in general, if you all want to just kind of just talk about how you're feeling today, that StreamYard that is there, we can discuss it. Certainly, I appreciate y'all listening to my rant. But this is a problem. And I think we're going to see more of this problem. We're probably going to see some of it even in the spiritual community. So I would just beware of that too. I think it just in general, because people are afraid. So I'm concerned about predators preying on our fear. That's what I'm mainly concerned about. Predators preying on our fear. And this is terrible. I just cannot, and I probably, because I'm in the health insurance industry, that's why it bothers me so much. That's why it bothers me. How dare you? How dare you charge unknowing people that don't really know? Because let's face it, we can't trust the media. And then the media tells us we can't trust what we hear from behind the podium. And yet from behind the podium, I've heard now 2 or 3 days in a row that that insurance companies and Medicare and Medicaid will pay for all of this. But when it's not being broadcast and people aren't listening or they don't understand, you're preying on people. And these predatory practices have to stop. These pastors that are preaching integrity and love and walk the good Christian walk and don't sin and all of this stuff, that are as soon as church is over. As soon as church is over, for some of them, you better lock your daughters and your sons down. You better watch them. They pass the plate 5 times. And here, Mother so-and-so is going to give her last to you. She might not have any food. Her lights might be about to get cut off, but she gonna give her last to you because you stood up in that pulpit and said, if you give this, this, and this right now, God's gonna bless you. Listen. I am not sitting here saying God don't bless you. I am in living proof of blessings. I am living proof as I sit here today that your needs will be met and then you will have excess. Your storehouses will be full that you will not be able to contain. I am living proof as I'm sitting here right now. But let me tell you what else I'm living proof of. My storehouses didn't get full until I stopped with the religion. My storehouses didn't get full off of the backs of other people sitting in that congregation. That's not how my storehouses got full to overflowing. My storehouses definitely ain't finna get full from out here charging people for tests that are for free. You're taking advantage. You are taking advantage. And I, for one, find it absolutely disgusting. And I, for one, am putting them on notice. And I hope that this gets shared. I hope you send it to anybody and everybody that you know. Because I want this on blast. And I want other churches that are thinking about running this little game to understand that there are people out here that will call you out on the carpet every turn. I know your game. Because I was in it. I wasn't a player. I wasn't a participator. And that's why I had to leave it. I know your game. I know what you're doing. I know you'll stand up there behind that pulpit and tell people that they should give all their money. And I know you'll sit up there and tell people, well, support the man of God. Support the woman of God. How do you think that I can do all of these great things? Of course, I have to fly first class or have a private jet. Of course, I have to have a great big house while you living in a bedroom apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment with your 3 kids because you can't afford nothing else. Because I'm doing God's work and God's blessing me. There are plenty of people out here that are getting mightily blessed. I am not talking about any of them. So miss me with that. But those of you who are the money changers in the temple and taking advantage of people, you know exactly who I'm talking to. And I'm putting you on notice. I don't care if that's what this channel has to become. I don't care if this channel has to become the alarm sounders, the church watches. I don't care if that's what I will sit here and sit here and sit here and let people know exactly what you're doing. $25 for an assessment that they could call somebody for free. $125 for a test that their insurance, no matter what kind of insurance they have, will pay for it. Even if you all have seniors, anybody that's under the sound of my voice, if you all have seniors right now that do not have anything more than Medicare Part A and Part B, it will still be covered. It will still be covered. The test, the assessments will still be covered. If they have a Medicare Advantage plan, they can do phone telemedicine, phone a doctor. It will be covered. They can get the test. It will be covered. All major health carriers. So those that aren't seniors, it will be covered. As well as the treatment if you do have it. So stop letting these people lie to y'all. And you church pastors need to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all need to go pray. Y'all need to repent for y'all sin. At the end of the day, since that's how you roll, you need to go do something about that. Okay, my rant is over, y'all. I thank you all for listening. I thank you all for being here. Please do share this video. Please do. I think it's very important that people understand what their rights are, right? What their rights are. And I think it's more important for us to understand we've got to expose, not only just expose what's going on in the religion of Christianity and the structure of Christianity. If there's other religions we want to discuss, please feel free. Please feel free. Let's discuss them. I want to expose all of that. The judgment, the hurt, the pain, the shame that religiousness puts upon us. It's not bringing us any closer to God. Consistently walking around here and saying you're highly unworthy, that you're a sinner saved by grace, and you'll never be anything more than that. One of the favorite hymns is Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. I'm not a wretch, and I never was. How many times do we walk around here, and then every time you turn around, it's, some people, it's if you go to the movies, you're going to hell. Some people, it's if you play with playing cards, you're going to hell. Some people, if you wear pants and you're a woman, you're going to hell. Some people, if you're a man and wear a dress, you're going to hell. So, I mean, can we please? No sex before marriage. You're going to hell. You cuss, you're going to hell. But yet still you can sit here and talk about sister so-and-so and brother so-and-so all day and all night. Yet you could perform the sin of gluttony and go around eating up everything. Yet you could be greedy. Yet you can sit here and murder somebody with your words. Yet you can sit here and steal from people. But you going to heaven? Come on now. Come on now. We got to do better than that. We got to do better than that. Hey, Miss Suri. Ryu says that the churches are losing its power. Maybe the less is talked about, it stars out that energy. Perhaps. But there are still a lot of people that need a light shown into the darkness. There's still a lot of people that have to understand that there's more and more of us. So anybody that's watching this later on, know that there's more and more of you that are questioning what's going on in the church. I questioned it. And it's not that I don't believe, right? It's not that I don't believe, but it's that I have found out how to have a relationship directly with our Creator. I have found out that there's so much information that has been kept from us and shrouded from us. So I don't know who's going to see this at some point in time that needs to hear it, but there's more of us here than you think. There's more here than you think. And there's more power. There's more power that has been made available to you, spiritual power for overcoming, spiritual power for your needs being more than met. We call it manifestation. Y'all call it blessings and prosperity. Some people call it believe it and receive it, name it and claim it. There's more of us here. And we're here ready and waiting for you. And we're here to help you make sense of it. Because you've known that there's more out there. There's more to this. You see this ad in the paper. And you're like, this is not right. It just don't sit right with your soul. That's right. but we're here to help you. Humanity has bastardized the consciousness of Christ because it's a consciousness. It is an awakening. So I will, as a light worker, and I need the rest of my light workers to join with me. I need my light workers to join with me. That's really what being a light worker is a light bearer, one that bears the light, one that bears wisdom, love and light, love and wisdom. One that bears wisdom, one that shines a light into the darkness and helps them come out of the tunnel and helps them come out of the darkness and helps them to ascend and awaken to who they truly are and to their personal power that they have been given, that you, each and every one of us has been given. And a lot of that was taken out of the text, and we talked about that on Saturday, but I'll let that go for right now. I'll put this up here one more time if y'all want to join the conversation. If y'all want to talk about anything, I'm going to just open it up. We can just talk about anything, and I'm going to crop the rest of it out later on. But that church in Atlanta is all the way wrong. All the way. All the way. All right, I'm just going to keep this open. I thank you guys again for being here. I really do appreciate it and listening to me. I really do appreciate it. If anyone wants to join, if not, I'm going to try to get on here a little bit later to do the tarot. Okay, guys. All right. I'm going to let this be then. We'll get back on. So just so we all know, those that are here this weekend. So look on my community page. Tomorrow, I will be posting our very first Patreon only. Okay. Our very first Patreon only. Well, not the first, but from the new Patreon, right? Our very first Zoom meeting. You can join for as little as $1 to join in the conversation. There is where we're going to talk about some deeper things than what we can talk about here. So I'm going to get a lot deeper into the spirituality and the spiritual reasoning and such behind this, what's going on right now, the illness. I have to say that, y'all. The illness. And we're also going to be talking about what, as light workers, we should be doing and the energy of this moment in time. That's going to be on Patreon only on Saturday, late morning here in the States. And then over the weekend, this weekend, we will be doing a number of things. So we're going to be doing a weekly tarot for, oh my goodness, Trine, you know I was almost out of here, child.
Yeah, I just finished eating. Oh my God, it looks so great. I just finished. Wait a minute. What am I doing?
You guys, welcome. This is Shonda from Shonda Rise, Astrological Conversations. If you just type in Shonda Rise on YouTube, you will find her. How you doing?
Let me just look on my other. I can't see the chat, but I'm gonna look at my other phone and see the chat.
Okay.
But you already got it out?
Yes, honey. I've been on here for almost 50 minutes. I done got it out now.
Oh, 50 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Almost an hour.
All right, let me turn this one down.
Yes, ma'am. So we just were talking about just how shameful this is with the Christian church charging people. And we talked about a lot of stuff, though. A lot of stuff tonight. Just in general. I just feel like it's just money changers and I'm sick of it.
Okay. So I it's too late for me to
You can comment.
I mean, I don't know. Um, no, I don't know if you went over the fact that they can still. No, you can't do that when I'm on here. I don't know if you went on over the fact that there's other ways that they can get donations and other ways they can get money, in opposed to just charging the money on a
for the test.
For the test. Yeah, like other people are doing. They're streaming, like what we're doing right now. They're streaming. You still can get your spiritual message out, and then they could ask for donations, or people might just donate the same way how they'll donate in the church. There's other ways you can get money without having to worry about what's morally wrong and what's legally wrong. Because I hope that they get locked up for real, some real stuff.
Yeah, well, we talked about that. Like, get your Cash App on, get your PayPal button. I mean, they have a real nice website. If you go to their website, they could just very easily put donate here, Cash App, PayPal, whatever, Venmo, whatever. It's very easy for them to do that. So, yeah, it's just disgusting. I did, again, anybody that's watching now and anyone that's going to watch the replay, if you have a senior that is in your family, okay, Medicare is paying for this. They are paying for everything, okay? I just want to be sure people hear that again. So that means the assessment, that means the test, that means the treatment. Medicare is covering everything. If they have a Medicare Advantage plan, they're covering everything. It's being covered. All the major health insurances. So if you have private health insurance through your job, they are all, I work in the insurance industry. We are all covering that 100% for the illness.
Yo, hey, remember what I texted you before when the last time you was live?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely do that. And then when you get off, I can let you know. Definitely, for sure, because there's some hocus pocus going on up in here. And it's so funny because, you, like you said, you work for an insurance company, so you know how it works. The government is also saying that for people who don't have private insurance and they have Medicaid, they're extending that cost, Medicare, all of those things, so it'll be free. And and it's just for the test. Hope they're not saying anything else, like they're promising some cure to it too.
No, they're not promising the treatment, but this particular group is charging $25 for the assessment, which is completely free if you just call.
Right.
And
anyway, they don't. You're not just getting tested just to get tested. You're getting tested if you have the symptoms.
Correct. And that they're charging $125 for. So my point is this:
$125? I thought you said $25
for the test.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, $125 for the test.
I'm gonna tell.
It's all over Facebook.
I'm gonna tell Trump on them because he said they can't do that. That's illegal.
So anyway, if you have seniors, remember I said it's all free. The treatment is free. Medicare said that out. I work in Medicare. If private insurance is free, okay, even the treatment will be free, no copays. And if you have Medicaid, there is a federal grant portion to Medicaid. The federal government is taking on that portion because Medicaid is by state. Free. Okay, guys? You guys have to, I want everybody to know this. That's why it's really important for this video, for this information to get out. Other than the fact that, yes, I drug them through the mud. And I'll drag them again.
Yeah, people really need to understand.
I'm tired of these pastors playing with people. I'm tired of these pastors taking people's last. I'm tired of these pastors lying to people. I'm tired of these pastors shaming their congregation and doing the same thing out in the back in the office that they telling their congregation not to do out in public. I've had it. So I don't care if this channel becomes the whistleblower channel for all the churches. That's what's just going to be then.
And it's a shame because during this time, people are really looking for faith, and the people who are scared, who don't really understand. And I think we could talk down about people and say fear mongering and scared and all that kind of stuff. But some people really don't understand. And
Mhm.
some people really take what authorities say serious. And I can't really get upset about with them because they just have genuine fear, and they probably never saw anything like this in their life. And for you to take advantage of that, it's like that's I don't know what sin it fall under, but I know it's a sin and it's not cool to do that. Hi,
Well, yeah.
Ask Big Mama, and hey Sharon.
Is she still in here? I don't know if Big Mama's still in here.
Yeah, I saw her say right.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, that's why you gotta click the things on the comments. You never do that. But I understand that they are, and I'm not talking about those with the fear. And then they don't have a choice other than to go to their church or go to, like they know that during this type of situation, that's what they're supposed to do, and that's where they're supposed to go. And then people know that, and they, I mean, shoot, me and you on YouTube, we got enough subscribers. We can like easily, and if we don't have them, we know people who do, and we
Mhm.
can easily come on here and bank and do that. It's like you don't take advantage. It's cruelty. It's cruelty. You
Mhm.
don't take
It's
advantage
cool.
of
Yes.
people's genuine, honest fear.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
So this is breaking news right here. See, God don't like ugly. He ain't too keen on cute, but he definitely don't like ugly. The church had to postpone the whole testing thing
Oh,
because
that's
the
what they
governor
say.
shut the whole state down.
Did you see the church postpone testing because of the government shut down the state?
Good.
Well, and I hope they don't figure out another way because snakes are real
Good.
slithery and slick and stuff like that. But I just want to say, just a sidebar. Can you take a commercial break real fast from the topic? I just want to explain something about trines. That you cannot split a trine. A trine is 100. It's a triangle. You cannot split that. It's 120 degrees apart, and whatever your element is in your trine. So you got a fire trine, earth trine, water trine, and air trine, and you can't split them. You can't split them no matter what you try to do, whatever game you try to play. It's never going to work. Never, never, ever, never, ever. So just to let you know, as FYI, you can't split trines. You can't. We can't even split from each other. Like, it's so how you think that somebody's gonna be able to come in here and split us? It's not gonna work. Because all I gotta do is say trine A, B, or C, and then she'd be like, D, E, F. I'm like, Y, E, S. And she like,
And that's
okay.
it. That's it. So
All right,
whoever thinks
commercial
that they're
break
going to
over.
do that, it's not fixing to happen. And then
Commercial
here's our
break
other
over.
sister here. Now, I don't know if she's going to come on the channel. I
She
keep putting this
should.
up here for her to come on. But
She
as Big
should.
Mama Spiritual's advisor channel, she's another reader. That's our sister. Okay.
All she gotta do is just click join.
I know. I keep putting it up. I'm gonna put it back in here. Sis, you can click this link that I'm putting in here and join.
You're gonna see a yellow thing that says Heart of Inspiration. And just click on it. That's it.
So she's more than a reader. Okay. She and I, we're going to do a collaboration, hopefully maybe even the three of us at some point, but definitely Big Mama and I definitely will go get on here together and collaborate. We've done it before.
Oh,
I
it's
think,
right
have
there.
we ever collaborated before? I don't think so.
No, what had happened was when we were on Hangouts, and when I first did it on my channel, we was all on my channel. We was all on Hangouts.
Oh, that's right.
And then then you did the marathon thing, and then it was on your channel.
Okay.
That's how.
So, but we're going to get her on. She has a lot of depth of wisdom, knowledge, love, spirituality. She's come out of some things too that I think would be helpful for us to hear, and for other people that need to come out of those situations. It's going to bless all of us. Huh?
That's what she just said. She not dressed. She be sitting up there, shoulder out and half. Wait, I gotta do this.
Listen,
She be doing all this stuff on her video.
Trying, listen. I had to button up my jacket trying.
Oh my God. Woo, woo.
I didn't realize it was that much showing, and I'm sitting there talking about the church folks.
Hey, you will not be able to get in. They will put a prayer cloth on top of your chest. They'll put you in the back. You'll be escorted. You'll be like, wait, where we going?
Put me all the way in the back. All the way in the back.
I like this seat. Why are we moving? Like, our man's is in here. They don't need to see all that.
Lord help me, please. So Sharon says that she was reading some of the comments on their Facebook posts and the church got major grief. Well deserved. I'm so glad.
Somebody need to report them. I'm telling Trump or somebody.
You got the Trump hotline.
I got the Trump hotline, 1-800 tell Trump. Yeah, but you really need you looking at your chat, right? You notice something different on your chat, right? You need to look down and look at it. That's why I said about the can't be separated thing. Because you don't, that's that person. She said in bed, had a huge catering today, worn out. Okay, with that. Still no excuse, yo. See, you know what?
Now the Cancerian in me.
Let me point this way. Wait. I got a point. That's a shame. Wait, let me go up. I can't even do it. She understands. Wow, that's crazy. How can I point for real?
Because it shows up mirror. Because it shows up mirror.
And I'm making my hand real big. She understands.
But anyway, now we're digressing. Now we're just chatting. I'm gonna cut part of it.
I should have came on.
No, you're fine. You know, she always look. She calms me down all the time. All the time. When my Aries moon kicks up, that's why me and Big Mama get along so well, because she's the Aries sun and I'm an Aries moon. So I get her.
Yeah, so y'all could join together, and you understand how her mind works, and she understand your feelings about, like, so she don't take it personal, like if you tell her something.
No. Oh, see, she get putting some clothes on now. Y'all gonna get 3 strong Black women. I don't know if y'all can handle this. Y'all better let somebody know. 3 strong.
Yeah. My whole thing is, if we're referring anybody or whatever, we both, trust me, have vetted them, meaning that we checked them out enough. And if it's somebody who, Lisa from Heart Inspiration, she'll say, Shonda, watch out for this person. I immediately stop. Because even if I don't know what's going on, I would never be like, that's just her. They don't treat me like, oh, no. Because she's my trine. She's in my same element. So if she feels away, I'm going to eventually feel that way. And it's even for people that are good. Now, sometimes, though, as a Scorpio person with that eagle eye thing, see, you got to remember the chakras of the Cancers are here. So they're all Cancer sons. I don't care if you got a channel or whatever, or all. Well, I'm turning to astrology again.
We just went all the way over there. I mean, didn't even. So bringing this back, we'll do an astrology chat. We'll sip and chat tomorrow. All
right, let me finish my point because it's going to kill me. All Cancers has a chakra right here. They're naturally psychic, naturally. Okay? Naturally psychic. Even if they don't feel like they are or whatever, they naturally psychic. Now, some people could build on that and and some people just could leave it, but you are. Okay. Now, the Scorpio of the trine, or the water trine, we have that eagle eye. So we could foresee things, not like in a psychic way, but we could foresee outcome or issue of a thing. So I might tell her, like, yo, Lisa, like, yo, so watch out for so-and-so, such and such. And they might not, but I fall back, like, all right, eventually she'll come back around my side. And it doesn't take her long. She'll be texting me like, yo. And I was like, yeah, I know. So that was all I'm gonna say, because you said stop.
That's fine. If Sis is it, okay, wait. Sharon and Sharon put this up here. I don't know how to get them up there all the time. Is this only sun or can it be true for rising and moon? It's only sun.
What? Cancer?
Trines.
Oh yeah. Well,
could it be?
Yeah, it's only suns. It's your element.
Yeah. It's only
if you're Earth, it's only good for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. If you fire, it's good for Aries, Leo, and Sag.
Yep.
If you air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And if you're water, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So it's only your element. It's the element as you're trying.
Right. So Sharon is an Aries. So Sharon and I get along swimmingly. So
sun and moon again.
Yep.
Your sun is your core, your who you are, your core, your ID. Not like an ID, but an ID id, your ego, like that's who you are. Your moon. So I always say that's your head, right? Not your thoughts, but just the head of you, right? Mm-hmm. And then your moon is your emotions, your anyway how you express yourself emotionally at all, like your angry emotion, happy emotion, any emotion. So if you have a sun sign the same thing as somebody else's moon sign, their sun conjoin, there's a conjunction, it joins together their moon. So I get you and you get me in different ways, but not totally different ways. But it's just a little different energy, a different dynamic. Like I'm a Capricorn moon and Lisa is a Capricorn rising. Now my moon conjoins or conjuncts her rising. So a lot of that, we are like a lot of business wise and stuff like that. We're similar.
Hello, sis. You got bright light back there, sis. Tilted down.
You gotta have the light in front of you.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, honey. It's just hard to see you because the light's behind you.
Yeah, light behind you. It must be a light ceiling.
You really tired, sis. Thank you.
Oh, y'all hear me? Yeah. I mean, we know how you look and everything, but we inviting you on. We want other people to see how you look. You know what I'm saying?
She gonna get herself together here. Hold on.
Oh no, I can't hear y'all. Yeah, too good.
Yeah, we can see you perfect.
Janelle, hi, Janelle. Well, thank you, Big Mama. So you guys go to Ask Big Mama's channel. I put her channel name in there earlier, and you could see it from the chat. Ask Big Mama Spiritual Advisor channel. She is an amazing, amazing woman, an amazing spiritual advisor. Oop, did she go away? She'll be back.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. But she'll be
back. Something with technology. Answer Janelle's question.
Oh, what about Venus and Sun? Hold on, let me show this here.
Yeah, thank you.
You gets into all that. I don't mess with all that Venus.
She was talking about far as trines. She was talking about trines and stuff. Remember? That's what she's talking about.
You started that conversation. You answer that question, not me. All right, Leia.
She said, what about Venus, Sun, and Moon? Is it just Venus and Mars that gel? Well, first of all, Venus and Mars may not gel, because remember that Venus is the girl and the Mars is the boy. So it's or it could be love or it could be aggression. So it's according to what zodiac sign your Venus and your Mars is in. And then you say your Sun and your Moon. Well, I would say your head and your heart. Your Sun is your head and your Moon is your heart. Sometimes they are opposed. Sometimes they conjoin. Sometimes they trine. Sometimes they square. And sometimes, sextile. Mine sextile because I have a Scorpio Sun and a Capricorn Moon. So they sextile. Lisa's squares. So you gotta look at it that way. Now I don't know what happened to her again.
I don't know. I was just about to go to her channel too and put a link up there. Okay, when she comes back on. Okay, do you guys have any general questions since now that we have my trine here? And we about to get mine.
it's good that she's looking at her sun. She's looking at her planets, because I always say planets first. But that's the what, and then the why, or no, the how is the zodiac sign.
What?
Okay, this is what we're gonna do, sis. I'm gonna put your link in here as well to your channel. Sis, why don't you tell folks? I'm not sure everybody knows who you are that's on here. Can you just tell us a little bit about you, your channel, just to kind of, and maybe how a little bit how you're feeling about what the church is doing right now spiritually? Like, you know, that was the topic, right? That church that was wanting to charge people, you know, for these tests and things like that. So I don't know. I'm just gonna let you. Did she leave again?
I guess we gotta say it real fast. Let her answer real fast.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, until she gets back, let's try to do some, maybe if anyone has any general questions or anything.
I'm sorry.
Sharon, I know you always have questions.
Well, that's good. If you
girl.
always have questions, that tells me that you always study. You must study a lot.
Yes, and she's the Aries. She really studies. She really studies. All right, hold on one second. Let me get back over here. Okay. All right. What's your question? Oh, Janelle's got questions. What else do we? So Janelle asked one. Let's go to Sharon. What's your next question? And then Janelle will go on and answer yours. Sharon, do you have a question you want to ask? Oh, she's got them headphones now. She in place. Can you hear us, sis?
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I don't know what's going on. It's just going around and around.
We could see you. There must be a little bit of issue with your internet there today. The internet's been having the trouble all day, everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. But I'm glad you joined. I wanted to know, did you have any
okay,
let's answer Janelle's question here. Janelle's natal Gemini, your natal Gemini is in Venus. Oh, so her Venus is about to conjunct her Venus trine.
Finish it. Finish the question. Finish reading it.
How will the upcoming Venus transit affect folks with that placement?
So is she asking for the transit?
Yeah, she's asking for the transit.
No, answer for her. They gotta learn how to ask the right question, so when they're studying, they can find an answer.
Okay, well let's
answer, man.
Back. We're gonna try one more again. We're gonna try one more again. Sis, you wanna do you have any thoughts about this, sis? I'm so glad that we three of us are here.
It's breaking up. It's breaking up so badly.
Okay.
To where it's like y'all voices is real choppy. I don't know what's going on. And then I can't even see y'all faces now. It's like it's going in a circle. Okay. But you know, if you guys can hear me.
She's in bad connection.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I just wanted her to be able to come on, but you know, there's always another time. It's okay. All right. So you got to know first. Okay. So the best way to answer any kind of astrological questions is you're asking and answering energy or vibe kind of questions. So you can't put them together with the answer. You got to layer them in your mind first. So like layer them on top of each other. It's like a natal chart will. It's like layers, right? So you got to understand what Venus is, and you got to look at your house. If you're looking from your chart, are you looking from your chart? Then you'll know your house. Hold on. Let me see if I can see her chart. I think I have her chart. I can just tell her right now. All right. So while this is waiting, because my internet is slow. So you gotta look at Venus, you gotta look at the house so you can know the area of life. And you gotta look at the Venus and Gemini. So what's happening with the transit, and you have something that's joining it. You're taking part of the energy from one into another, and you're bringing them together. So that's what a conjunction is. Hold on. Let me see if I have her chart, Lisa. 1 second. Yeah. Janelle is Trenton, right? Trenton. Yeah, I think it's hers.
Yeah, it's in the.
Hello?
Yes. Yeah. Hey, dear. Hey.
I don't know what's going on with this. I went on to put on my tethering. It should be better.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can
Mhm.
hear you.
I don't think they want us to this to happen tonight or something.
I don't think so either. I think I had just typed in the chat. Maybe we'll have to schedule this sometime this weekend. You have to send me your work schedule, and so we can schedule a live outside of your work. Go ahead, Miss Shonda.
It's in her fourth house. It's a 21 degree. She's not going to feel this until later on, because I was looking and seeing when is it conjuncting, so I can give her a date. She's not going to feel this till later on anyway, but she could get started. Hold on. Because her Gemini is Venus and Gemini is 21 degrees. When Venus go into Gemini, it's going to take a long time. So it's going to be towards the end of the month. It's going to be in her fourth house. Oh, she gone?
Janelle's
Remember, any conjunction is like I would say new moon, but it's like a new start, like a manifestation. So it's like what they call like a your Venus return almost. So it's like a newness. Oh, I'm gonna give you the date. A lot of and because it's a conjunction, you will feel the energies of it, but you still got to do something to make it work. But it will be on your favor. It'll be in your favor. Let me look at the date instead of because I'm not doing the whole interpretation. I don't think she asked me for all that. But let me just see what date is going to come in. And then that's it. And then I can stop talking so much else. I just know it's going to be at the end.
Did we lose Miss Lisa?
Nope, I'm here, dear.
You can't see Lisa?
I don't even see you. I only see you, Shonda.
Oh.
That's weird. Can you see me now?
Yeah, it's not even
Your screen is black.
Oh, that's weird.
May 9th.
So May 9th is when it's going to conjunct.
It's going to conjoin. Right. I think that's too far out, because I could just tell her the area that it's going to be in is going to be in it. Something in her home. Maybe she might buy things for her home. The relationship in her home or in her family will be better. When is Mother's Day?
May 10th. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the second Sunday, right?
If she's like early into the holiday, she's going to have a really, really good Mother's Day. Or she's going to be around family. So for her in particular, if she's into that kind of thing, is really going to be good for her that day. Just try not to get too happy and overindulge, because that's what Venus makes us do, overindulge.
Yeah.
Like, don't spend too much money on that day. Take the social part of it, the love part of it, the congeniality part of it. Don't take don't buy expensive gifts and stuff like that, because it is a transit.
Yeah.
But it is a renewness. You're gonna feel any kind of conjunction. The conjunction is renewal. That's why we get a lot of conjunctions right before our birthday, because it goes back. So when Venus is joining your Venus, it means that it went all the way around the zodiac, and now it's back into your sign. So that's your Venus return. Like a Saturn return, Saturn conjunct Saturn, like that. It's a Venus return. So it's a really good time of year. Now, Also, you can think about what usually happen around May 9th or Mother's Day every year. It's going to be that same feeling and that same energy. I got to look
Okay,
at the
so
channels.
all right. Sis, your turn your
Internet.
phone around. Oh, I still can't. She's not even in here.
I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
I
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you,
It's just your video's not in here, honey.
but we can hear her.
But we can hear you just fine.
What?
We can hear you just fine. That's fine. Did you want to say anything tonight?
So, Janelle, you got to study Venus return. Study that. Look at the areas that most resonate with you typically. Don't be looking for nothing new, like some magical miracle thing. Is what normally happens to you. As you're studying it, you're going to see 9 out of 10 times what constantly occur in your life. So when you find which piece resonates with you, that's what most likely will repeat.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Go ahead, honey.
Yeah, maybe she should just talk.
I don't know what is going on here. I've never experienced this before.
But we can hear you
But
perfect.
I can't see anything, and it's just like y'all whole channel is just going around and around. But before I get cut off, I just want to say I enjoyed the show tonight. The topic is
Oh, man. Oh, well.
You froze, sis. Yep, she froze.
What she say? I gotta look at it. Speaking of my children, one thought I had today was that astrology can help me find understanding a certain aspect of it. Any insight? I'm about to call you Sharon. Lisa?
Yeah, Sharon, you will get some insights as a child, understanding their basic astrology that they're born with, is going to definitely, I feel it's going to help a ton. I know that Shonda feels like it's going to help, and there's certain things that, she might not want to go into because you haven't had enough life experience, but I think understanding their basic personalities, I know that you have one teen and one almost teen. So I do think that's going to definitely help you understand how to get, not only just to get along with, but how to parent them and how to help them grow and become really strong and be their absolute best. So that's definitely something I think that you and I mean, you're on Shonda's channel too, so we can link you guys up, and she's much better at that than I am. That is her specialty, is like the individual. And like we all have our specialities, and that's hers. Is like, compatibility and individual, personal, I should say, astrology.
Only
And I think
because of
that
the
you could,
psychological piece, though. Only because of I'm in so deep into psychology.
yeah, but there's nothing wrong. I think, I'm just saying, you're better at that than me.
Mm, I
Aspect.
wouldn't say that. I don't agree with that. You said everybody bring a specialty and
Yeah,
everybody brings something different. So even, it's maybe your way. Because we could say the same exact words, but my delivery and your delivery could be different. So people
right,
could hear things better from you than me, or vice versa.
right. That's interesting. How much would my son's Asperger's affect his astrology?
You gotta look at certain houses. You can look for mental health. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right. You're right. Sharon,
No,
let's
go
take
ahead.
this.
Yeah,
I
shit.
want to let Sis talk really quick. And Sharon, let's take this offline. I think this is a good topic. Because Sharon and I work together, so we can take this offline and we'll talk about this, Miss Shonda. All right, sis. Before the internets want to act up again, the devil busy. Come on, sis. Come on and talk, sis. I want to hear what you got to say, honey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
How's everybody? I'm, glad to be here tonight, and I'm glad to see everybody's healthy. I mean, that's the main important thing because we're in a distraction right now. Okay, and the main important thing right now is for us not to be distracted. Okay, um, Spirit has really been working on me. Really, I've been getting so many downloads. It's just been amazing to where the energy levels of mine has been completely kaput. So for all you spiritual people, I need for y'all guys to wrap your heads up. Gotta wrap your heads up. Spirit showed me head coverings more so right now because with all these things that are in the air right now, it can stop gifts. Actually fog the gift. Okay, so we have to be really mindful and really careful of our gifts. We have to keep this head chakra. If you ain't never covered your heads, now's the time to really cover your head because we're working up against some things right now, you guys. And I've been seeing, I don't know if you guys remember a week ago, I was talking about all the exposure that's about to be happening with the churches and different things like that, from pedophilia and all that. And it's just getting started with the artists, the stars, all of them. People need to understand one thing and one thing only. Everybody feel this is a direct attack God against us. This has nothing to do with that. This has to do with Mother Nature cleaning up her universe, her omniverse. She's getting things restored again. So when you begin to restore things, some things have to go to grow. And if you guys have been looking around, everything is going back. It's reprogramming itself. Everything is healing right now. So I tell you guys this to just, not to get on it too much. And we need to understand what we up against, And I think that's why us spiritual people don't get upset anymore. We haven't lost our minds through this whole situation because we already know the omniverse is changing things. We already know everything is being aligned again. We already know all these different animals have been in hiding for years are starting to come out again. Mother Nature is busy and she is at her best. So for all the spiritual people, we need to just sit, stay grounded, give back to the Orishas, tell the Creator thank you, and watch the show begin. This has nothing to do with the innocent. He's getting rid of all these people like you guys talked about tonight, with these false churches and different things getting rich off the poor. He's about to put all, well, we're going to say she, because everything resides in her. Everything resides in the womb. Let me correct that. She's getting everything in place because actually she's tired. She's tired. They have done so much. And just like I was talking a couple weeks ago, and I was like, the download Spirit gave me that the waters were going to be like thick red. It was going to look like blood. I had a subscriber inbox me a video, and this is going on around the country, of rivers, oceans turning blood red like blood. But Spirit also showed me it's not blood, it's the crust that they have dug into her so bad to where it's erupting up under the waters. And it's coming out like blood. You see what I'm saying? So these downloads that Spirit has been giving me, and you guys go back and look at my videos, I've been prophesying like crazy, and it's been happening. Boom, boom, boom. So a lot of people might not believe in what we believe and, what we do, but it's our responsibility, you, me, Shonda, to give the truth.
Right,
a lot of people don't follow.
We do it three different ways.
Yes,
It's three different. I said we do it three different ways. Like I may not do it your way. Lisa might not do it my way. She might not do it her way. You might not do it my way. So we could, bring three different energies together where we could make a combination of one understanding.
Right.
Yeah.
And we talked about this a little while ago, how, coronavirus, I didn't say it now anyway. the virus of the crown chakra, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What corona means it's crown. So it's a virus meant to cloud your crown and cloud and disrupt the transmission of information, the flow of information, the flow of light, the flow of love, the conversation between you and creators, between you and divinity. That is what this has been made. And to cloud your judgment and your sight as to what's really going on, so you would fall into fear. The moment you fall into fear, you are not operating at a high vibration.
Right.
You're operating way down here and you're not operating up here. You can't hear, you can't see. We know this in the natural. If we get scared about something, naturally we can't think.
Exactly.
And as Black folks now, I'm not trying to say nothing against my other peoples, but we know God gosh darn well we don't fall into fear about nothing right first, right? Got time for all that.
Exactly.
We figure out how we finna solve this problem. We ain't got time for no fear.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Exactly.
can't fall into fear over it, and be listening to the television. They're telling us what to see, right? We can't be listening to all that. All this mainstream media, the stream that's coming at us is what the rulers of this earth at the moment want us to hear. Mm-hmm. They're streaming it to us.
And Lisa, it's so interesting that you say that, even with the 5G, which can just fry your brain like a microwave. That's why I don't have a microwave in my house, okay? Because of the radiation. Spirit made us remove microwaves years ago. Even with our cell phones, we have to learn how to get things to put on the back of the cell phone to keep the radiation out as well. But you got to understand, when people don't have power, mm-hmm. they're gonna try to create power, right? And they really don't have no power. If you think about, let's think all the way back to the biblical times, where they said what we do is so against, but what we are is what they needed. You see what I'm saying? They tried to do everything to emulate the creator. They couldn't do it. They're trying to do the same thing right now. And guess what? It's working against them. Because not only is destroying us, it's destroying their loved ones and stuff. What they did, they unleashed the beast that they wasn't ready for.
Well, and we were already awakening. That's the problem. Right? We were already awakening. If anybody was watching this channel last year, every time I was on this, I kept saying it was the year of, she done left. It was the year of government. Government. We all had to get into our spaces and our places and get ready for this year. We had to get ready for this year. And had to get ready for, I kept saying, because 2 + 0 + 1 + 9 = 12. That is the number of divine government in the Bible. And in any other holy texts there are. That is the number of divine government. Okay? So I kept saying all of last year, the people, those of us who were called, us light workers, warriors, all of us, we had to get in place for this year, for such a time as this. And we knew things were going to be shaken. Some people saw the plague, some people didn't. But we knew this was going to be shaken completely. And the astrology shows it. This is going to be a heck of a weekend. Watch this weekend with Jupiter conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. Watch this weekend and see how many scandals come out this weekend. Watch and see how many people empower their secrets begin to come out this weekend. Some people are calling it a bad weekend where people... off themselves. Anyway, let's answer a couple questions here. Sharon says, do you foresee any long-term changes regarding how we treat the planet after this is done? Or will it be back to business as usual?
Are you asking me the question?
Yes, ma'am. I'm asking the panel. We a panel tonight now. We done became a panel.
Okay.
What do you think after this is done? Do you think the planet? Oh, she didn't. When she comes back, she'll answer. Travis has been talking about a rebirth. Yes, Travis, you've been talking about rebirth so long. And if you notice, we've had two in week after week, 2 weeks straight, we've had earthquakes at from Salt Lake City, where the Mormons are, up through Boise, Idaho. There was a 6.7 earthquake this week. Okay, sis, when you get back going, can you tell me? I can say what I think, but I don't see that we're going to be treating the planet the same after this. Things that have to be different. Because even in the third dimension, the ozone layer is being repaired. We are seeing animals come back that haven't been around us in a long time. We're seeing fish, dolphins, all sorts of large fish coming into the Venetian Canal. They're coming back because there's not anything being put in there and people aren't there. But sis, what do you think about the Earth, the planet, after all this is done? Are we going to treat it different, or what do you think?
Well, what this really has done was wake people up, okay? Because, some people feel they're untouchable, okay? It's brought families together, kids bonded with their parents because they have no other choice but to love their kids now and not throw them on somebody. This brought in dinner time where we used to sit together and eat dinner together, right? It's no more out to eat because you got to now be at home and cook for your children and your husband. It's even through the adversity.
Yeah.
She'll come back.
You want to weigh in on this, Shonda, while we're waiting on her to come back?
No, because I don't want to get cut off.
Huh?
I said no, because I don't want to get cut off. Because I flow when I talk.
Okay.
There she go. Well,
okay.
Right there. Wait, there. Wait. It's so weird. It's so backwards.
I know it's backwards. Okay, sis, you're back.
Finish your point.
So even through the adversity, we've still learned a lot. See,
I'm still here.
People feel when they get into position, they want to eliminate all of us, right? But the Creator wants us here for a reason. We're put here for a reason, okay? Now, they're going too far with the extermination of the people that are supposed to be here. We're supposed to be here for a reason, okay? Now, by September, and I'm gonna put this out there, no one really needs to do anything at this moment until September, okay? September is going to be a profound month, and that's when things are going to really be starting to go back together around the month of September. So you want to use this as a retrograde, a long-standing retrograde until September. That means, just like Shonda said earlier, don't make no major moves, okay? Because this energy right now is strange, it's different, and it's not planned. So this is the time really for especially spiritual people like us to really go to the ancestors, to go to the Orishas, doing our spiritual work. If we was to get every last spiritual person around the globe together and put in one prayer, do you know this whole world probably will blow up? Because we have that much energy, that much power within us to make change. And a lot of people are afraid of that. We have so much power in the spiritual community, it's ridiculous. You get sisters, the womb together, my goodness, dangerous. And they're not ready for that. You see what I'm saying? But it's going to go back. It will never be the same.
No.
I'll tell you like this. When I think about when I was a Jehovah's Witness, they talking about where we'll see people falling from the left to the right of us. Like the grains of the sea. This is what we were taught in the Kingdom Hall. And it's some belief in that. But when I think about man who wrote that, was it just because y'all put this biohazardous thing out here in the universe to wipe us out? You see what I'm saying? So I tell people all the time, I'm not against what nobody believe at all. Believe what you
Mhm.
want to believe, but
Mhm.
we need to be clear. Everything was written by man. The creator is herself. We just live by the sun, moon, and the rising. I don't have to go by no man's doctrine to understand the moon is there. I see it clearly. The
Mhm.
sun is there. I see her clearly. I
Mhm.
plant my feet on that ground. It's planted clearly. But when
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
comes to man, and you think about we only working on 10% brain power, what would we have done with 100%? Look what they have done thus far, Miss Lisa
Mhm.
and Shonda. Look what they have done to Mother Nature. They
Mhm.
have destroyed, and she is angry.
Mhm. 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 Well, see, we've been brought here to, so you, it's awesome that you talk about all of us gathering together and actually, bonding and everything, because that's actually what we're here to do. We're here to come together, and we're here to raise that vibration. You on here twice. Let me get you out here. Okay, there. Now you real clear. There you go, sis. We're here to raise the vibration and pour love out across this earth. That's why we're here at this time. Each generation had their assignment. But now at this time, in the year 2020, in the year of full clear sight, 2020 is what? Perfect vision. We're having perfect vision, okay? Right now. And
Mhm.
what was done, everything that was kept from us, everything that's been in the dark is all coming out, and the lights being shined on it and being shown on it by people. You might not like some of the people that's shining on it. I might not like. That doesn't matter, but it has to still be done. But this is a time for us. We had to sit down somewhere at some point in time. We basically had to take a time out because some of us were not getting it, that we needed to come on and do our own work, period. Some of us were just like, we didn't understand we had to do our work. We didn't understand we had to work through our own, stuff, just so that the God energy, the universal energy could flow freely through us and out of us as it's supposed to. We didn't get that we needed to do this, and we needed to be sat down. So it says
Yeah.
in the Bible that God always redeems the time. He redeems that time. So don't think this was a waste of time. But the thing is we can't be falling into the fear. We have to be smart. I'm not saying go out there and do something crazy, like having gathered 1,000 people underneath the church. There's no point in tempting it. But we can't fall into the fear and get into ourselves and do our work so that we can truly accomplish what we're meant to accomplish. And yes, this is a rebirth. This is most definitely a rebirth. And anytime you see all these earthquakes and everything going on, and it's crazy that it's happening on that side of the country, and where it's happening on that side of the country, these earthquakes and everything, yeah, that's labor pains, honey. But before all the earthquakes happened, there was a lot of seismic activity underneath Yellowstone, underneath the big geyser or whatever. Oh, whatever.
Ooh wee.
There was all this seismic activity going on. When I was out in Seattle, Washington, at the beginning of February, I was looking at Mount St. Helens, and I looked at Mount Sinai, and I was like, what's going on here? I felt
Hold on,
something going on. I felt it.
Mountain.
Didn't nobody else see it? They were like, well, there's nothing. I said, nah, something ain't right over here. I said, let me get on home for one of these darn mountains. They want
Yes.
to erupt as a volcano, because I could feel the rumblings. I
Oh
felt the
yes.
rumblings going on. You see what I'm saying? So,
And a lot of things are going up underwater as well in California.
yeah.
I don't even think. I think by 20, about 2024 or 25, they might be completely up underwater. I mean, you.
Hey. Oh, shoot. Hello, everybody just joining. Now we just chit-chatting. I'm going to download this live. I'm going to splice it on up. Because this was a good here she go in the backstage. This was a good this is a good conversation. We a better
It's
internet connection.
horrible.
We might have to go on
I don't
during the
even
day
see
and on the YouTubes.
What'd you say?
I said we might have to go on during the day or something when the children's not on the YouTubes.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Using up all the internet.
Yes, I'm gonna have to get me some internet here soon. That's for sure. So I don't have to go through this. But I would just say this to everybody. Just keep your eyes on the watch. Just watch everything that's taking place right now. And if your faith is real and your faith is true, fear will not even register. Okay? Because like we know about fear makes you sick. It gives that whatever it is that they're putting out here, and it's synthetic, it's man-made. You know what I'm saying? And we see it's so many lies that's being told right now. Just so many lies about how you can't get rid of this, and it's just a lot of nonsense that's going on. And I'm glad that we're trying to really encourage people not to live in fear. Everybody think it's the end of the world. Why? Why would you think that? When she created something so beautiful, yes, some things gonna have to be removed. And you think about the things that are being removed.
Yep.
Ones that with the showy display of one's means, ones that's taken away. And just like, I don't know, you guys gonna have to check out when I had prophesied about the rich people pulling out of stock in different things. All these things I talked about, right after I talked about them, a day later, they started hitting. These people ain't pulling away by accident. They think the grounds can't come crashing over top of their damn heads. She would crash the grounds on top of their heads. You understand what I'm saying? So we have no reason to feel in fear or concern. You know?
But
So
then
I just
no, I was going to say, then we got to speak to, like I said earlier, we got to speak to the people also who does live in fear, and not because of any weakness on their part. It's just that they don't know how. Just like people say, oh, you got to have faith. Some people don't know how to get faith. Some people don't know how not to be in fear. Some people don't. They just don't know, or if they know, they don't know enough.
Right.
Exactly.
So like the people who are in fear, you know, it's understandable. It's understandable. And, you know, whatever.
But think about it, Shonda. The ones that are truly in fear is the ones that's full of a lot of means. Think about it. When you don't have.
Also, some people have fear because they have a lack of knowledge and understanding. And the only understanding that they have is from authorities. You can't forget those people, because some people really believe in what the police say, what the governor say, what a mayor says. Now the president of the United States is saying it. So for those people, like, we can advise them that we understand your fear, but then a solution to that could be, what do you believe? Like, what is your source? Is it God? Is it whatever? And you go back to God, and not say, okay, go to God or whoever you believe, and then you're not gonna have any fear. Go to God to ask to increase your faith and ask to help you understand, so you don't be in fear. Like, you know, we're gonna provide things for people to get out of their fear too, you know.
Right. And
even though we believe that it's not true, like how they are saying it, some people believe, and it's not only this, it could be anything that people could believe. So this is just this particular virus thing or whatever that's going on right now. But yeah, what about other things that people are really afraid of? Some people are.
Well, yep. And that's what so, you know, I talk about that a lot here too. I don't want anybody to not be smart. Right. And I don't think any of us are saying that. Like, you know, take precautions. There's no point in just jumping out here and just being stupid about it, right? But there's a way you can take the precaution and then not sit in the house though and just be convinced that somehow you open the window and it's coming through. Like, I think that's the amount of fear that's being ratcheted up in people. And so just having these conversations and letting people talk about it is actually allowing them to calm down. And I think that's what you're saying too. Like, I can appreciate the fact, because I'm going to be honest with you, before I really just stopped watching the news, I would get into fear too. I mean, every once in a while it would grip you because that's all what's coming in your head, and my son is in a place that he, there's a potential he could get exposed to this, and there's nothing
and
about that. And so
it's purposely done.
Yes. So it's
the pandemonium.
I understand that fully. Yeah. And I don't, and you're right, Sean, and thank you for reminding us. I don't want anybody to think that we don't get that. But if you can hear our voices, and if you can just hear the strength and feel the energy and the love coming from our voices and from our spirits, just know that don't fall into the fear, turn instead to faith. So if you meditate, whatever it is you do, you pray, you meditate, whatever it is, but do something to lift up your spirit. Lift up your spirit. There's a verse in the Bible that said, lift your head, O ye gates, right? And turn you have to turn your eyes upward and not be looking down, because if you're looking down, first of all, you can't see what's coming at you. Second of all, you're going to fall right into the earthly traps that are set right here for us and not be able to function. So I'm sorry, sis, go ahead.
No, like as the mama said, she also said to I just left my mind when you said that. She was saying somebody said that it was, or a comment I just read, that this is good that it happened because it will force you to change. Like, it's time for you to make that change. It's time for you to make that shift from what you were to what you should be going.
Right.
I think that's what she said.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't say that, but
she said that, and I was talking about we need to be put on the timeout. We should be redeeming the time, basically. Is I think all three of us saying that. Don't just sit here and let this be like a staycation, or now you got to homeschool your kids, and now you got to work from home, or maybe you're not even working, whatever the case is. This ain't a time for you to sit here and fill your head up with Netflix and all that. This is time for you to get into your spirituality and who you're meant to be. Figure out who you're supposed to. What is it, your purpose on this earth? And I can guarantee you it wasn't just to go to that job. It wasn't to watch Netflix and Hulu and everything else. It was not for that. That I guarantee you, if you're on this channel or any one of our channels, you have a higher purpose, and that's what we should be taking care of right now. Figuring that higher purpose out, remembering that. Because in that 90% of your brain that you haven't had access to, your purpose is in there. And you remember it. That's what you're here to do. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting on my I'm gonna need me a tambourine and an organ pretty soon, y'all. That's what we're gonna need.
You can't help it.
A tambourine and an organ. That's what we need.
You can't help it. I mean, that's what happens. I mean, I'm just gonna sit on the astrological piece because that's just what I do. That's just where my head is. I can't really take it from there.
That's good.
And say other things, because that's what I believe. I believe in the energies and the vibes of the planet. I believe in the energy and the vibes of people. And I believe that this stuff is not preordained to a point with the energies and planets, but it's gotta look at it as it's more than just one thing. Is a combination of things, but whatever it is, it's a shift that we got to be okay with. We got to be okay with change.
Everything's shifting. Everything is being made brand new. Everything is being made brand new, and it's not happening.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and I know. I know what you were told. I know what I was told. It's not happening the same way everybody thought it was going to happen. And a lot of, especially Christianity, I can't speak on other religions in particular, but I can speak on Christianity, and everybody looking for the first exit out. Don't nobody want to go through no hardship. You want to be raptured away before, everything go down. No. That's not how it's going to go. This whole renewal of the earth doesn't happen the same way that the lies that they have fed you. And I'm going to call it a lie. I'm just going to call it what it is, because that was written by man. And we went into that when I went off. My Aries moon was kicking up, sis, on Saturday. So that video I was going off on them. Anyway, in that King James Bible there, written by certain peoples, it just, that was a song and a dance sent to you and written so that you would not tap into who you really are. Period. So you wouldn't discover.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we didn't do? You know what we didn't do?
What?
I'm gonna finish out. We didn't really introduce who Big Mama is. We assuming that people know, because we know. But she just is this lady. Who that lady just start talking about all this stuff? What's she talking about? Like, why is she talking about this? Where is she getting this from? Why is she so passionate? What is her sign?
Okay, well, I told the people that she's an Aries, but do you want to give a little bit more about yourself? I mean, everybody can feel your spirit already, sis, but go ahead on and introduce yourself, sis.
Well, I mean, it's not much. It's really not much to say. They call me Ask Big Mama. I am a spiritualist empath. I speak from the ether. I use cards. I've had my gifts since I was a little young girl. I think my gift started around 5 or 6 years old, and I've always been able to see premonitions and things happen before they happen. I'm talking about years. Something I see at 5 didn't come to fruition until I was in my 20s. Okay, different things like that. I'm a no nonsense type of person when it comes to this gift. I feel with this gift you have to be accountable. Okay, I have talked into so many people's lives. I'm glad I have the opportunity to be able to work with people. You have a lot of people that just want to talk about love. I'm talking about what you're going to do now. What's your plan B? Where you're trying to go.
That's her. I put the link to her channel, so please go check her channel out. As soon as she gets back on the internet, we'll add her. Here she go. She getting good with it now.
So can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
So I don't think a lot of people are just not ready for me because I'm coming with it. I feel, for me, myself personally, I feel we've been lied to long enough. And I'm not afraid to tell it what it is. And a lot of people, they're not ready for the truth, because we've been lied to so much, and we like walking around with the blinders on. My job is, as a spiritual mother, to help people take those blinders off. And when I give it for real. When me and Shonda met, I gave it to her. And Shonda has really advanced so much in her gift and everything. And I went straight raw with her. You know what I'm saying? Because it was what she needed at that moment. When I came into her life. Now she's taken off and she's doing amazingly well. Nice to meet you as well. So I tell people all the time, I'm not here by accident. Even at my job, the vibration I bring into my job, how I have transformed so many people's lives in 6 months in my job to elevation. And that's the main thing with me. If I can't elevate you to the next level, I'm not doing my job and I'm not taking my spirituality very well. My gift is to elevate, right? Especially for the sisters, you know what I'm saying? That power, the divine feminine power that we have. And we have to understand everything resides in the womb. And if you don't understand that womb, baby, if you don't understand the power that you have in that womb and that yoni, listen, we can manifest whatever we want. Yes. If I sit there and look at him and I want him, I'm manifesting, he's mine. Everything I have, and you guys know, y'all see my journey being homeless last year, close to death, a heart failure. Every attack that came up against me, It was hard, but I got through because he got to try to destroy the messenger. You know what I'm saying? Let's take the messenger out. And that's what, let's take the prophets and stuff out.
Yes.
But everybody who's been following me, you guys know, y'all seen what I went through. Y'all guys was there for me. I mean, I have not forgot about that. Y'all helped make sure it was shelter over me and my daughter's head. You guys did what my family didn't do, the people who I invested years of time in. And then when I got to my last, nobody was there. We were living out the car, you know what I'm saying? Afraid, scared out here in the wilderness. But we went to work every day. You see, I never gave up faith. And I knew Spirit moved me for a reason, because had I not moved to Georgia, I would have been dead, because my heart was just not working, So I think everything had to happen for a reason, because we can see everything else on everybody, Lisa, but we can't, for some reason, we can't see nothing on ourselves being spiritual.
No,
it took for my daughter, being spiritual, to see, Mama, we got to get up out of here. You're not going to make it. And damn sure, right when I got to Georgia, we're right almost to cardiac arrest. You know what I'm saying? So I was moving too much and too fast, but I didn't see nothing on myself. So I don't take nothing for granted. Now, I'm going to speak the truth. I'm going to give it, And you made me think about something too, Mama Lisa. Don't worry about the subscribers. Who it's meant to be for, it will be for. Because I was so worried about getting why I'm not moving on here. Is something wrong with me? But everybody is not meant to get the gift from me. So Spirit is blocking some things that I don't need to see in the first place. So the few people who do come on live, I give them 100% of me. So I want to thank you, Ashonda, for that. You know what I'm saying? You always have to have people that's willing to come up against you and check you to get you on the right track. And that's because, like I said before, it's all about evolution. It's all about expanding. It's all about raising that vibration. It's all about growth.
Yeah.
So when you talked to me that day, as you was talking, I was changing some things.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you are a spiritual mother. Shonda, she's a spiritual mother. You guys are older than me, and it's about respect. So as you were talking, I was changing it, and it was done.
Yes,
you know
ma'am.
what I'm saying? So
Yes,
that's just a little bit about me. Not nothing.
I'm gonna wait till she come back, because she just said that, and that just blessed my soul right there. She has no idea. This is the beautiful thing about having.
Oh, her.
No, there she go. Here she back. Listen, sis, I'm glad you back. You just said that you have no idea. See, y'all understand, y'all. When you're in with your spiritual sisters, your spiritual brothers, your spiritual family, then God can talk through each one of them and speak something to you, and they might not even realize what they're saying is hitting you and it's for you. Because what you just said about subscribers and not worried about this, you have no idea just what I've been talking about for the last, I don't know, week, 2 weeks. Like, I don't understand why the channel's not growing. I don't understand why this. I don't understand why that. And you just answered my question. Because it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. And then, you think about it, we have to be protected, because there's a lot of energies on YouTube that I don't want around me. I don't want around me. Okay.
Yes,
and it's you got to understand, it's light workers and it's dark workers. Okay,
yes,
baby. You got to understand that. And I can feel them, because I'm so sensitive.
Yes.
You guys have seen me get literally sick online, to where one day I thought I was literally dying. I felt all that woman's cancer symptoms. I said, I got to be careful.
Yeah.
It's some real things that can attach themselves. And I was sick the whole day, throwing up and everything. So I move how you need to move, channel. Hey, you ain't got to go no faster. You know what I'm saying? Because
But we have to be careful too as light workers and empathic people. See, we're not meant to take all that on. We talk, and I talk a lot about that here, is that we need to learn to move in this ministry, if you will, for lack of a better term. We need to move in this energy while having it's kind. I look at it kind of like a double force field. Like there's one little kind of thin layer on the outside, but then we got a harder kind of a glass shell on the inside. So I can see the
yeah,
energy coming in, and I can look, and I can still reach out with my little gloves and take care of you, but then I'm gonna have to release it. So we can't take that on, because if we walk around, and that's something I had to learn, we walk around taking on everybody's energy, child, we be messed up. We cannot do that, and we can't.
it could be
We
very
cannot reach the
dangerous.
people we're supposed to reach and do the work we're supposed to do if we're so always tied up in that energy, right? Everybody's energy.
Yeah,
So we got to learn as light workers and healers and and energetic workers in any type of spiritual realm. We can't take it on. Okay, we can look at it, we can triage it, we can treat it, but we can't take it here, because the minute we do, right, that's taking on burdens and other things we're not ever meant to do. We're not meant to do that.
exactly.
We got to be careful when we do that. It's good that you all know that this happens, because I see it happening in the chat too, but we cannot take it on. And that's, we need to teach, we need to learn how to be empowered. Typically, I'm going to tell you something else, y'all. When you take stuff like that on, typically there's something within you that's attracting it, that may be a space you need to heal. So if there's been a fear, sis, of you maybe contracting cancer, I don't know if cancer grows in your family, I don't know, some sort of terminal illness, then that spirit, that energy is going to attack that spot in you. Okay, so that's an area that
Exactly.
the healing for, and say, no, that's not for me. I don't know. That's not part of who I am. And
Hmm.
and then let love and light come back in and heal that up.
Yeah, that heart chakra, and I tell people this all the time. Everything we go through is a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is a lesson. And it's either you're going to pass the lessons that creator throws to you, or you're not. And I
Mm-hmm.
think everything that I've been through has been a lesson. I was not hearing for a minute, because Aries, we hard headed. Very. Honey, we'll ram our heads. Shana always talk about us hard headed Aries, but we'll ram our heads, uh, you know, over and
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Oh, there she go.
But yeah, I try not to ram my head anymore. Let's put it to you like that. I try to learn, because I'm getting older now. I'll be 46 Monday. I'm like, I'm done ramming my head. I get a spirit. Sometimes you got to move yourself aside and let spirit work, and that's just what it is. But I love you ladies. I'm so glad that I can't wait for us to meet in person, and
Yes.
really, expand and do some, more amazing things,
Yes. Yes. It's coming. Yeah, sis, you and I have to talk too, because I've got some I've got some things that are brewing, and so we definitely need the network. We definitely need the network.
Yes.
Um, you guys, I don't know how much longer y'all want to be on here. We've been on here, y'all, preaching and teaching for a couple of hours now. I have. We should do
Shonda
it
stays
again.
up
Go
all
ahead, Miss Shonda.
night. She's a night owl.
Yeah, Shonda's fine with all of this. And I took off tomorrow, so I ain't working tomorrow. So anyway, what you want to say, Trine? Because I feel you got something to say.
No, I was just listening to you guys. I was before when you asked me a question and you said, what about my take? I knew she was going to come back on, so I didn't want to start and then have to stop. Because when I start with that flow of energy
Mm-hmm.
to stop right in midstream, I could feel that. So like, I could just wait until you guys finish. I forgot even what you said. What were you asking?
We done gone so far away. I don't know. I think we was talking about what we thought the earth was gonna, how we were gonna be after all of this. Was it ever gonna get back to what was normal, or is there a new normal now?
Anything that changes is different as soon as it changes.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
it can't get back to anything because it
No,
changed.
no.
So maybe the question is how are we gonna be?
That
I
is
don't
the
know if that's
question,
what they're
isn't it?
asking, but like if something changed, if I put Kool-Aid food coloring into a glass of water, it can't get back to normal because I added something in it to change it, so it changed.
Right.
So I don't look and see. That's what back to normal they're saying, because that's what the media is saying. That's what the president is saying. Oh, we're gonna get back to normal. It's not. We're gonna. This is the start. So we're gonna. Any conjunction is the start. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to start. This is the start of whatever is going to be. So look at
Mm-hmm.
what it is now, and then it's going to grow. Some things are going to fail, and some things are going to stay. So some things are going to stick, and some things are going to fall.
Yes.
So, where's your life right now? What change has it made? Because I'm sure it had an impact on everybody. So, what change has it made for your life so far? It either that's going to stick or it's going to fall.
Right.
It's not going to be like constant changes. Change don't happen like that. Like bam, bam, change. Life doesn't
Right.
happen like that. So this is a big, huge change. And stop crying. Stop crying. I had to tell myself to stop crying when that governor of my state told me that my little second grader cannot go back to school, that they're extending the break from March 17th to March 30th. I thought that I would just go out of my mind. And then when the governor of my state told me, not the school got done to the end of the year. Done. What? And that never ever happened in my lifetime. And so I thought that could never happen. A lot of things that I see that's happening, oh, they can't do that, or this not gonna happen. They can't do that. Shoot. I'm like, okay. They could not only can they do the things that they're showing us, they could do much, much more. So now I'm just open.
Yeah.
I'm open to see what they're gonna do next.
Yeah.
And then I'm following myself to see where am I going? What am I following? I never watched Trump talk when he did his State of the Union addresses or anything like that. His tweets, I don't follow him. But now I watch him every day. Well, why? It was a lot of because it's Gemini energy, because he's a Gemini. And it's something that's drawing me to do that. So I'm just following where it's going to end up being. So it can't be fair. And if it's a fear, it should turn into good fear. I'm not talking about the people who are naturally scared. Like I'm really not going to come down on people who are naturally scared, but the other people that's in fear, like, it's change. That's not fear. Like, take the word fear out and just say it's change. And people don't want stuff to change. People don't want stuff to,
Mm-hmm.
they don't want their lives to change. They don't want it to change. But then everything, first of all, nothing is never as bad as it seems. And at the end of the day, we're gonna be thankful that we went through it. Look how many things that seem so horrific, and then we're like, "Oh, I'm so glad I went through that." Like, "Oh, this never happened. I would have never knew this." It was a story. I don't know. I'm not gonna say the whole story, but it's like a parable or something like that, where it was one of the messengers or angels that I forgot who was following him. I don't know, it was Moses or somebody was following him. But one of the stories was that he asked him, can he walk with him to see his miracles or to see his journey or learn? And he was like, no, because you can't handle it. You can't handle it. But one of the journeys was that he kept doing certain things, and then the person questioned him, and he said, see, you can't handle it. You can't walk with me. He's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm a have faith. Don't say nothing. So he like blew up or made some kind of orphanage where orphans, little children was in, or where they lived, and it burnt to the ground. And it wasn't the children wasn't in it. They didn't burn the kids down to the ground. They burnt the orphanage down to the ground. And he is like, look, now I know you told me have faith, all this kind of stuff, but like, why would you do that? Like, what could be your answer to burn down an orphanage? Not the kids. There's not no tragic burning kids up story, but what could be your answer? What good could come out of that? And he said that this orphanage is really bad condition and they needed money in order to grow. And underneath the house or the orphanage was money, some kind of fortune or money that they would have never be able to find if that wasn't burnt down. And they were able to use that money to build a better orphanage, to do something better with the children.
Wow.
And then at that point, the messenger or whatever that was, whoever that was, well, he said they parted ways because he was like, he's not ready. He's not ready. He's gonna let him go ahead and do his thing because he's not ready, because he just can't see it. He can't see it like that yet. And he's gonna go back to study because he's not ready and all that kind of stuff. But so sometimes, we see, and it was other things they did, but that's like, I didn't want to take too long. Sometimes, even though something looked really crazy, we so glad that it happened, because if that thing didn't happen, we would have never discovered something else that was a treasure, a gift, a talent, or whatever. It wouldn't have been better, So like the fear thing, if I could say anything, I would tell people, go back to where you were scared before, and you had no idea, and it was a shock, and you didn't know how it would work out, but it worked out. A lot of people don't want to go through it, and they don't want to make changes, because it's not that they don't want to get to the victory. They just don't want to go through the steps. So they don't like change, but change is inevitable. But sometimes it's really, really good, because you never know what you're going to uncover.
Yeah. Amen to that. Amen. And our other resident Aries, Sharon, was like, well, the earth's changing, but humanity's not changing yet. I'm like, and I smiled. There's a lot that is changing about humanity, but this is a big ship. You don't turn it on a dime, right? If you have a big car, a big ship, a big anything, anything large, you can't turn it on a dime. It's got to be a rudder that's got to be moved this way, right? It's a wide kind of slow turn. And so while we might think that the humanity's not changing, humanity actually is changing day by day, moment by moment. The longer people are at home, the longer people are just like, wait a minute, they got time to research and they got time to question. We were moving so fast. We didn't have time. We didn't take the time to question things. We just accepted it and ran. And now we got time to question everything. If we want to bring the astrology into it, we just came out of Saturn in Capricorn and it's home, and now it's coming into Aquarius. We have Mars that just left from being conjunct to Saturn in Aquarius, and it's moving through Aquarius. We've got Pluto in Plutonian energy, like that personal transformation, along with Jupiter, that like achievement, network, big think, but it's in a restrictive area of Capricorn. So we're examining ourselves. We're now moving into a time where all the structures for groupthink and group structure, ideologies, spirituality, all of that kind of stuff, that's all changing. The Uranus and Taurus energy, rapid change. And on a global scale, even though Taurus is personal, what we personally value, our personal creature comforts and all that kind of stuff, what we hold dear and what we think is beautiful, how we earn our money, all of this stuff, there's revolutionary rapid change. Boom, turn on. I mean, it's been like flipping on its edge all this time. When you have that kind of technology, revolutionary, rebellious type of, no, it's got to be this way. You've been doing it wrong all this time. Because remember, Uranus is like, in mythology, is God, the original, right? The original. So from Uranus comes Chronos, which is Saturn, which is time. From Uranus came Zeus, which was the god of the earth, or I think Jupiter too. But anyway, so from that came those 2. So Uranus is like, no, it's got to be my way or the highway. Now I brought all y'all in this world. I'm gonna take all y'all out. Basically, it's how Uranus acts up. So that's what's going on. There's had to be massive change. The energy is ripe for it. Okay. And so our ideologies, while Saturn is going through and transiting Aquarius, that's all going to change. All of that structure has to change. It absolutely has to. And how the individual deals with the group, I think, is, for me, the Plutonian and Jupiter conjunction. And then as Pluto then comes and moves into Aquarius, but that'll be a little while from now. And mind you, the Jupiter Pluto are going to meet up, and Pluto are going to meet up 3 times this year. They're meeting up precisely on Saturday. They'll meet again, I think it's June 22nd. And they'll meet up again, I want to say, in December. So they're meeting up 3 different times this year. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So we'll have a lot of chance to get this together. So this is going to be different. Humanity will not be the same, but humanity does need it. Humanity as a group has to change, big change, not little. Travis, I want you to see this because Trine and I talk about this all the time.
Yeah, I was just gonna say when I was waiting for you done, I was like, that's the only reason why I'm into Trump, because of his Gemini energy. And I tell people, if y'all ever want to know about what Gemini is, watch him. Watch that man. Forget I'm not talking about his political views, his belief system, him building walls and being racist and KKK, all that. I'm just talking about pure Gemini energy. And he's so, the sarcasm in this, and like I use a new word called snarky, because he say you being so snarky. That was just so snarky. Like, I know I heard snarky in my life, but I never heard it that I like. You make snarky sound like the worst. Like Trevor said, it's the comedy. It's like, what is he gonna say? Like, when he be having all these people talking and this whole task force, I'm like, oh my God, get to the reporters.
Like, we don't want to hear the rest of it now. We just want to hear him tear.
Yeah, we'll hear that on the news.
I didn't get to see it today. Did he call him snarky today? Was there any?
Nah, he was nicer, kinder, gentler. You know,
kinder, gentler.
I know. Maybe somebody told him to do it because he was going off too bad on people. They probably told. I even saw some topics of some news channels saying he softened his tone. And I was like, man, don't be softening no tone yet. At least we could have the comedy mixed with the tragedy. You know what I mean?
Listen, that was highly entertaining for me.
I just can't wait. Because I mean, like, if they just do just a part just with his talking to the people, the reporters.
Let me tell you something. I just thought about this. Yes, his son-in-law was there today. But I think that he softened his tone because, all the networks were talking about yanking him off and then not showing his not broadcasting the daily things. So I bet you he softened his tone so that
perhaps
Gemini,
they gained so much because he streams live from the White House, and they didn't have a lot of people subscribed to him in the beginning. Now he got like over 1 million people subscribed to the White House, and that was not like that before. So I think they need to keep him on their network because he can do his own thing. He do his own thing. Anyway, it's not that I like him or nothing like that. Well, I just see something that said 20-week wait for checks. They ain't giving us this damn money. I just saw something flash on my screen. Talk about 20 weeks.
No, come on, pimpin'. We can't be doing all that now. What happened to sending them out on April the 6th?
I heard April the 6th too. I mean, I don't mean that. I just heard somebody say April 6th. They ain't getting that money no time soon. Hey, people need to let that go.
He was
Yo,
tired today, Travis. He did seem like he was a little tired. Travis said he was rambling. Oh, Travis said 2 weeks direct deposit.
I would like to read what Trevor said. If somebody, oh, there you go. I was like, if
I
somebody
got
put
it.
a doggone
I'm
comment up
sorry.
there. No, they said in 2 weeks direct deposit. Man, everybody's saying everything. When I get mine, I'm gonna go on my channel and say, yeah, I got my stimulus check. Y'all need to check y'all stuff.
It's not going to be enough. No, but
Doesn't matter. The money is still not gonna be enough. Oh, I'm sorry.
also with unemployment, they are adding extra to the unemployment. I heard them say the little part out because that was a really long. I mean, they had everybody and their mama up there. I thought they was gonna call me and say, "Lise, did you want to come and talk on the podium today?" Because they had
Neighbors,
everybody
that's
there. They could
Gemini.
have called me. I'd have been
Gemini
right there
energy.
too, no problem.
Those are all
I'd
the
have thrown the
neighbors.
wig on. No, I'd have thrown the wig on. But anyway, they said they're gonna, they're gonna be putting out more. We'll be back to work sooner than y'all think. Okay, Sarisa, you have a good night too, honey.
No, I saw it on the press conference today. You saw April 6th, Travis? I just saw it on the news. First of all, he said 2 weeks. When they first said it, when Munchin was on the treasurer, they said 2 weeks. That's what Trump said. And then Munchin was trying to shut him down. He said, well, you still got to pass it, whatever. But he was like, it's going to be quick. It's going to be fast. It's going to be quick.
Well, if Mr. Gemini said it's going to be fast, it's going to be quick. Every time he done told somebody to do something fast and quick and in a hurry, they done done it. So
well,
I'm going on with the
how long
president
has it been since they voted? That's been a week? A 1 week so far. So that's too long.
Right. But I always heard April 6th they was going to release them.
That's Sunday, ain't it? Wait, what's April 6th?
It's Monday.
So
now they talking about because they wanted all this oversight, this, that, and the third. Look, whatever them damn airlines gonna do, just send us our money. We don't care.
And I just wanted to say, because I know she got off, Big Mama got off the video. But what I wanted to say was I wanted to piggyback on what she was saying when she said that when she first met me, that she helped me grow and stuff like that. Not only, I don't agree 100% that she did that. I believe that she was one of the catalysts who did that. It was, Tyler's Tarot, which I met her from there. It was Hustler Jones. It was all these other people who said my name and stuff like that. And then also Dolo, the pilot man with the astrology. He's really the one that really promoting me. It was Secret Tarot, you, of course. It's like a whole collective of people that I'm so grateful for, that, anytime somebody say shine the rise, that's getting me out there. And, and I appreciate everybody's little shout out. So yes, but she's right. She was one of the people who shot me out.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that. But she got off the video with us, so I couldn't really say it, but thank you. I thank all of you guys who do that. I really appreciate all of you guys who do that, and just, I know I was really doing reviews, and then I came and started doing what I really wanted to do, and that was doing astrology, because you never really know, you want to do something, Lisa, but then you evolve and you grow, and you're like, wow, I could use this platform for this, so I could really say this, and then you get a following, because at first you don't know if people get you, right? If they're gonna, your friends, you tell your friends, I'm gonna have my YouTube channel, come and check me out, and then your friends subscribe, your family subscribe, right? When complete strangers subscribe and they understanding what you're saying and they're getting you, and then other more strangers subscribe, and then you start to see, wow, then you, as your channel evolves, you will, oh, she says she's here. Yeah, thanks, Big Mama. You're one of the many people who helped me. I appreciate that. But you evolve with the channel, and the people help you evolve too, especially when they ask certain questions or, you know, stuff that you want to look into it when you come back on your video. So, you know, I think it's cool because y'all don't understand for the youth. Well, at least I know for me, at least I can speak for the content creators. Like when we do this, it's like a lot of it's for us as well. You know, like we are growing and learning, and it's even trickling down outside of here as well. Like outside of YouTube, it's like you never know what's going to come. I think good comes from good. If you do good, you'll get good. You know, without positive envy. I didn't see that comment. What was it?
This one?
I heard about Shonda from Miss Lisa. Oh, thank you, to the moon. No, I'm saying I made you. No, I'm saying I made you. What I'm saying, encourage you to.
She's saying she was really encouraging. She encouraged you to go to the next level too. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you. You know, you have a lot. You know, because you're my trine, and like anything that I might get to Scorpio on or whatever, I know I could talk to you, and you're like, wait a minute now, hold on now, let's think about this now. And then, you know, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. And especially, it's a lot of self-reflection. It's like things that I could see in other people that I don't like about other people. It's like, oh, you know what? Really look at yourself. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let me stop. Because it's not even what we don't like about people. It's like they reflect of what we are.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, I've been just blessed and just so thankful for the close friendships and for the working relationships that that we've developed, because, you know, there's a verse in the Bible that says, as iron sharpens iron, so a man does his friend. And I truly believe that we all feed and help one another so much. There's been times each one of us may have wanted to quit, or we just been like, forget it. I'm just gonna go and do my thing over here. And we support one another so much.
Yeah.
Support one another so much. And I'm just thankful. And I think that that's gonna even, as we've all evolved and gone through different things, like, you know, Big Mama went through her time. I went through my time before I got on YouTube, that I wouldn't be the same if certain things hadn't happened. You've gone through yours. So as all of this, and we can all now bring that wisdom together and help people in our own way and in our own lane, but also coming together. I think that's just beautiful how this network just continues to grow.
Yeah.
Thank you for subbing. Thank you very much, to the moon. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, that's why I wanted her to talk more about her channel so that people could understand where she was coming from. You know, that she does live. She goes live and she does the tarot. She does.
Yes. So she's the early morning live person. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Early for us. But she does go live every day.
Early Aries.
She goes live every day, y'all. So please be sure to go check her out. On also, she does personal.
You know what?
Well,
I just thought of something. I know why it's bothering me, because I say that too. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about when we get off of here.
Okay.
I just realized that because I remember I told you about that Aquarius, and certain things I didn't like. And then you was like, well, you kind of do that. It's one of those things. So I need to look at it now so I can stop, because it's reflecting back on me, and that's why it's bothering me. See how self-reflection, that's why you cannot have shame. So you can be honest. If you really want to change, you got to be honest, yo.
Yeah.
You got to be okay with being honest. You can't be like, well, I don't want to admit that I'm wrong. Or I don't want to admit that I have faults.
That's the other thing that I can't stand. Now we back on the religion thing. That's the other thing I cannot stand about religion itself, because it keeps you, I think I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast, but it keeps you in a steady state of guilt, shame, Oh,
Oh,
I done sinned, I done this, and I done that, and yada yada yada. Right? So
yes.
that's that. If you stay in that steady status of guilt, shame, self deprecation, like you got no self-esteem, you walking on eggshells because you worried you get about to get struck down by lightning at any
And
given
it's
moment.
not the
Or
religion, it's the people in it. Because, I'm supposed to be wearing my hijab. I'm supposed to be covered and not be all, And
Mhm.
the people who wear it, oh my God, they are the ones that's gonna really get you. Okay. And oh, you're not wearing it. Oh, you're not really being, and I'm like, yo, listen, what if I was dying on the ground in the alley, got stabbed or something? And I didn't, and I became this religion, I be born again or whatever. And I didn't get a chance to do any other things that you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Am I not gonna be forgiven, or God not gonna accept my commitment or me being born again or my shahada or whatever? Like that's not gonna be accepted. Because right before I died, I said, I do believe whatever the words you was to say to become whatever religion, right? You say those words, but you didn't get a chance to step in no masjid, no church, wear no clothes, eat certain diets. You didn't get a chance. So it don't count.
Nope.
So on my deathbed, not my deathbed, my death alley,
Yep.
if I finally believed and you came by and you said, Shonda, like that's finally, let me hold your hand. And then, do you believe? And I'm like, yes, I do. I believe. And I really believe. And then I just, die. That's it. I'm not, I supposed to do those things. Like, wait. I gotta put the clothes on first. Oh, wait. I gotta change my diet before I die. I gotta do all these little acts before.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And that's why God or the source, they accept your covenant, not people. If people to accept our covenants, oh my God. See, this is why they don't.
No.
Exactly. They expect too much. People ain't loyal. No, but for real, like seriously, like if I didn't get a chance to do any of the things, I didn't read the Bible, memorize the Quran, I didn't, fast, I didn't do any of these things because it's about to die. Or anybody didn't die that fast. If I knew I was about to die and I was a fatal diagnosis, I didn't get a chance to do any of the stuff. What's gonna happen to me?
Mm-hmm.
It don't count.
No, you're going to hell.
Damn, I'm going to hell again tonight. The other night, I was going to hell too. I forgot. What was I going to hell the other night for?
I don't know. I don't know when you was going.
No, you told me I was going to hell before too. You said you're going to hell. I'm like, damn, I'm going to hell. That's the second night I'm going to hell. What? It was something that I said, what? That's not going to work either. You was like, nope, you're going to hell. I'm like, damn, what the hell? I forgot what it was, man. Every time I come on the damn video, I got to go to hell.
I am too. Now, see, here's my Gemini. Gemini won her screen time. Them Geminis got to be seen, y'all. They got to be seen. She wanted her screen time, honey. Oh, she coming around to tell me it's time for me to get my behind off this here YouTube.
Trump. It's Trump. He had to come on with his black and white suit.
Say hello to the people. She's like, girl, what is you doing? I do not have the Ronas. Okay.
Yes, I was going to tell you when you said that word, and I was like, and then you said something else. I said, no, I was going to say the Rona. You can say the Rona.
Yeah.
See, I don't think they banned that word yet.
They ain't banned that. They'll get that next. Okay, y'all, let's get on off here because it is 10:15. I ain't ate dinner yet, so I need to go eat.
Well, who was complaining? Anybody complaining?
My stomach is complaining because I'm hungry.
Oh, you want to get off?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should say, man.
Okay, so let me put it plain. My stomach is complaining. I'm hungry. Y'all already get on my case because I don't eat. So let me go eat.
How they know you don't eat?
Because I tell them.
Well, that's how they know. No, yeah, I'm messing with her. Well,
we call it Sharona.
wait,
My Sharona.
wait. I'm messing with her. I always do. It's like never a day that she talks on the phone and I don't mess with her. It's like,
no.
What kind of day would that be? I don't mess with her.
Boring.
Yeah. But anyway, if you don't feel like talking when you get off, that's fine. I'm gonna text you.
Okay.
Those two things. The
Okay.
realization of how to look at myself and the other thing when I first got on.
We can talk. I got we can talk. I'll put you on mute. Anyway, okay, let me get off of here because we'll figure this out ourselves, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for 3 hours tonight.
Hey.
I haven't done this in a long time.
And then you're only gonna get 2 views.
Stop playing. But anyway, I'll leave this up, but I am going to splice some of this up because there were some good little parts in here that I want to have separately as a couple of separate videos. And we'll get the 3 of us together again very soon, okay? Everybody go to, if you haven't already, Shonda Rice's Astrological Conversations. Thank you, Miss Shonda. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate y'all. And we will talk again soon. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys. Don't forget to live life inspired. Namaste. Good night, my friends.